Here we go!
All right, I believe we are live.
Whoa.
How are you doing today, Jared?
First off, Dave, I am going to say I am doing fantastic. How about you?
Good. We've been, we tried to launch this actually a month ago, but, some things went wrong on that platform. So we are launching it now on our own brand new platform, Launchpad, which...
Your own? Like you own it? Own?
Yeah, because this way we can just have it work nice and simple is the plan.
And it's called Launchpad, like for a rocket?
Yes, like Launchpad McQuack. Is that his name?
What? Launchpad Wait, is that right? No, wait.
I just remember watching... I just remember when I was a kid, that was my favorite character from the show, personally.
Oh my God.
Liz, thumbs up. It was Launchpad McQuack? Okay, I got it right. Good.
Dude. You're so much cooler than me.
But I believe for people that are waiting on the campaign to go live right now, the development team, of course, did run into one bug today that's kind of like an important one, making a new account. So they're fixing that as we speak. But I'm told that they're going to have it wrapped up any minute now. So as soon as we get Fry and Hazen coming in, they will tell us that we're ready to pull the trigger.
Them, David.
And then we will open up.
We're going to hold this down ourselves. We don't need them.
Well, we kind of need them to, finish the work under the hood.
Well, yeah. I mean, they need to. They're right where they're supposed to be, which is right underneath the stairs, working all the time.
But thank you to people that were helping us do the stress test even earlier in the week, because that helped us make sure that all the basic ingredients were working just fine. But sometimes when you are doing your own development, there'll be something that slips through the cracks, but we're still getting it taken care of now. So,
well, when you're doing your own development, first off, this is indie territory, independence, freedom. I've even got my freedom briefs on because what you're doing is you're trudging into new territory. You're creating something, even though we were on a platform before, Launchpad never existed before now. So it's being constructed and built like there was nothing there, and now there's something there, which is going to launch Skirmish into the Stellarverse, because it's such a stellar game.
It is pretty fun. Actually, do you have access to roll the trailer over there? I'm not sure if you have the buttons to hit.
I believe that we can get that rolling. Let me hold on here 1 second. Hey, Fry, was that...
Welcome to the Skirmish campaign.
And welcome to Launchpad, Vivid's very own crowdfunding platform.
For details on why we founded Launchpad, check the Updates tab on the campaign. Suffice to say, we've been crowdfunding since before the word crowdfunding existed, and we're bringing all that experience with us to fuel even more new content for you to enjoy. So, without further ado, welcome to the very first Launchpad campaign, Dreamkeeper Skirmish.
Skirmish began as a tabletop card battle game with beautifully printed components, and every last box has flown off the shelves. The only problem, players wanted more chances to play, and it'll be so much easier if there was an online version of Skirmish.
And that is exactly the plan, with a whole pile of animation added. For those new to Skirmish, you choose a faction and then combine the decks of two leader heroes. They all have different play styles, abilities, and followers. And at that point, the action unfolds across 3 tactical lanes of play, allowing for flanking and intercept maneuvers. We want to make the game free to play in the Steam Marketplace, but free to play does not mean pay to win.
New character skins will be available as rewards and extras, and regular expansions will be engineered to add more viable strategies to the game while avoiding power creep. And speaking of expansion decks, all Launchpad backers will be getting the Ruthless expansion with Center and Tinsel, plus some campaign-exclusive skins. Enjoy your pajama party.
The rewards don't stop there. Browse the About tab to scope out the limited edition offerings. At the very highest tiers, your own OC will enter the action fully animated into the game exclusively for you to play as. Also a note, we have some Sharpie sketch commissions created by me that are available as add-ons, but only to people backing us during the launch portion of the campaign. If we can get it off the ground, there's so much that we want to do with Skirmish.
And that is why we need your help on this campaign. Creating an online multiplayer game is a quantum leap forward for Dreamkeepers, but we've pushed development as far as we can on our own.
With your support, we can keep our incredible team working, get the Skirmish game into orbit, and open up new horizons for Dreamkeepers and Vivid.
So please consider what rewards you would like, and share this campaign with some friends.
Or enemies.
Thank you again to our spectacular readers for bringing us to this level, and we are excited to take the next step on this adventure together.
pick on someone your own size. Eat this!
What is a poet without an ear?
Take this!
Dead meat.
Yo, V, need a hand?
Grow up, shortcake.
Watch out! I got your back! Witness the power of the underlord!
I'll take the big. You gotta be kidding me. Once you learn how to use it, it takes care of you.
You're mine, pretty boy. Anderbruna is our home. No one is taking that away.
Holy Machiavelli! Oh, I just got to play Skirmish myself. And dude, with those animations and oh my gosh. So I'll tell you how you get to play the game. You get to play the game by supporting the super awesome individuals that are actually putting on this campaign to get the development funded to create the game so that we can all play. So Skirmish is a card game, and everyone who has the boxes supported the last campaign. Hey, David.
All right.
Where did you go, man? You left me all alone. I was so scared.
Sorry. I was going to put a comment in the chat and it was like, connect your YouTube. So I was like, okay. And then it booted me from the whole call when I did that. But
Oh, I see. This must be you then.
yep, that's me. I like how the message pops up right after I get back in the call.
Hey, David, don't worry. We'll
All
get
right,
you
it
back
looks
in
like
here.
we've also got Hazen in, so he may have some news from the engine room where they are working to get
From
the last
front
minute
lines.
stuff hooked up. Yeah, so if you see
Hey,
him in the back room,
hold
get
on,
him.
hold on. For those, oh, there's a badge code. So go
Hazen.
ahead, Hazen.
What's up, guys? I'm just getting out of the engine room. That's why I'm so sweaty.
Hey, chingao. So what was going down? Like, was it leaking oil or what?
A little bit. We had a last little minute bug. We think it's squashed now, where people were going to the site to try and create an account to, like, you know, actually like set up to get the tiers and stuff that they want for Skirmish. But it was saying something about the passwords not matching, and it was obviously a bug. And I think they've actually got everything kind of worked out now. So thank you, Apogee, for solving that in one day.
Thank
So
you, guys.
that works out for us. And that people can actually sign up and participate in this, because we're gonna have some cool rewards for Skirmish. I mean, as you just saw in the trailer, the game is not gonna look like your typical card game. I'm really excited about it, and I'm working on it. And I'm usually heavily critical of anything I'm part of, so I think this looks great so far, and it's only gonna look better. We're already working on some upgrades to the animation stuff.
Oh man, I've been so much in the animation pipeline this month. I've had almost no thought for anything else, but just tons and tons. If you've been watching our social media, that's like, I'll stop and post maybe a quarter of what I'm working on, but there's so much animation just for V. It's going to be a really, really visually fun game.
Yeah, it is. I believe it is.
Actually, did you see? I just posted. I think in one of the announcements of the stream link, I posted the latest with her like boyfriend cannon, and I put some secondary effects. I know that they don't shoot like gunpowder, but I figure like all that could be like dust blasting off of the ground just from the force of the gun firing.
Well, they seem to be in the desert a lot, so yeah, I'd say that's viable. Even if it's not, it's a cartoon, it's a game. Just make it look cool, you know?
Exactly. That's the thing, is like I realize the more of these like special secondary effects I put in these action things, I'm like, this just makes it look way cooler. I want to do this as much as possible, just because
even
it
if it
amps
doesn't,
it up.
even if it doesn't like completely, you know, it wouldn't be what would happen in real life. It does. It's like art, just like art. When you make good art that's stylized, you kind of have to let go of some anatomy and some of what really happened, and just kind of change things, foreshorten, stylize it a little bit, and that's kind of what we're going for with the game.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've been having a blast animating, and again, thank you to Apogee for being on task to jump on top of this like last minute bug that we discovered.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Saved our bacon.
Yeah.
Yet again.
So there was a question, and the way you guys are talking, is it relevant? What right now is the temperature? When do you think the campaign's gonna go live? How much more time do I get to drag out and hold these people back?
Actually, yeah, is it time to launch now, or like, are we good to start putting the limited tiers in stock?
I would say probably we should go ahead and launch it because I have several people messaging me. Is it live? Is it live? Is it live? It will be live in just a moment. You know what? I'm going to go in there right now and I'm going to enable the limited tiers. Give me just a moment. You guys go ahead and cover me here. Cover me. Talk a little bit while I'm doing this because I need to concentrate.
We're gonna cover for Hazen Cruz while he puts the limited tiers in stock.
Yes.
And so if you've been keeping your powder dry for those tiers that are limited in quantity, I guess
better have been.
We have one more question. I'm sorry, guys. We have one more question. Hazen, can you get that one for me?
We got a question.
What are their chances of spending the night? I'll read it. What are their chances of spending a night with a Goliath of a man like you?
Pretty good if you play your cards right, I'd say.
Hey, let me tell you.
I hope you like Shrek movies.
By the way,
you'll be living in one.
Speaking of challenges and whatnot and so forth and so on, I just wanted you to know that I am now standing in your path because I dethroned.
You're standing in my path.
The king.
Oh no! Last night I played Skirmish with Jared because he'd never played before, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna launch this with you, but it'd be cool if I had some experience." And I haven't played him forever, so I kind of wanted to play. So I set up my little webcam, and we played on the table. It does make me appreciate trying to get a webcam to look at a table of cards and like, hey, let me show you your hand. It makes me really glad that we're making this video game because it's a lot easier to do it, I think, in a video game than trying to set up the webcam version. But we did the webcam version. It was really fun. I did get defeated. I'm not going to say crushed because I took down one of his heroes. He had Scuttles and Tendril. I was playing with the V and Bast. And we killed Scuttles. We turned Scuttles into a flaming cinder. Unfortunately, we took him down after Tendril was able to resurrect again. So once
and I was able to stitch that limb reaper.
Yeah, he started
Scoodles.
I love how the games can switch back and forth so much because at the beginning I was like, okay, I know if he gets enough momentum with Scuttles and stitching monsters, that makes a big problem. So I'm just going to stomp him immediately as fast as I can. So Bast, I got like just cards, all like combusts and infernos. And so I was just like blasting him. And every time he got one follower on there, I just like wipe it out. So Bast was cleaning house. Tendril got like torched. Tendril was down. And so then we're like, I came so close. Scuttles, I got him within 4 damage of just being gone. And I would have won. Because I did
ain't that always the way with Skirmish?
Yeah, I did a Rush of Anger with V. Then I gave her boyfriend, so she had the cannon, and we started blasting Scuttles with everything we could.
So I just started blasting.
Yeah, literally, and we came close. We came close to killing Jared.
It was to no avail. It was to no avail, dude. Scuttles, first of all, Scuttles put forth his minions and made a bad A, and then he was drawing all the fire from B and Bast. He was like, bring it on. And the whole time, Tendril was just creeping along, bringing in more minions that all come back as soon as they die. And he was just building this tiny little army. And by the time David knew what had happened, I was everywhere.
Yeah, well, he started really leveraging that scrap mechanic that Scuttles has to get like more resolve and get more followers out there. So as soon as he started, like, I shot my wad, and then I was like, okay, I just spent all my speed, all my resolve, and now Tendril's back. And Scuttles is technically still on the board. So at that point, he started just, like, scrapping and getting all this resolve and then, like, putting down more stuff and stitching.
All he had to give, and it wasn't enough. Oh!
Yeah, it was close.
I was like, is that all you got, Dave? Is that all you got?
And the answer was yes.
Boom! It was yes, because then I just rolled over. It was so awesome, dude. That flanking idea in an uncontested lane is really a cool aspect.
It adds like a crazy element to like just strategizing
really
where you want your pieces on the board at. Yeah, there's sort of a chess element involved in it.
Yeah, you're rushing sides, you know, and it really allows you to kind of develop something because that was one thing that I had going for me was I was able to outflank him. like right off the bat. And so
Yeah.
he always had to deal with an attack he couldn't block.
If you've got like a swarm deck or something, yeah, like you can,
Yeah, dude.
you can really get in
Tendril-
there and tear up
Tendril and
some
Scuttles are-
booty.
Yeah, in my mind, Scuttles is like this high pitched voice, and he sounds like a crab kind of walking around. And then Tendril is like this lower pitched voice, but kind of wispy, kind of like if you were walking through trees and branches and stuff.
Well, you hear them both in the trailer, and they kind of sound a little bit like that. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Hey, we need that trailer again. I want to see that.
Did you hear all those voices? Well,
No.
Wait a minute. Before we roll the trailer again, I want to let everybody know I'm about to hit the button. Okay, I'm about to hit the button.
Wait, don't
for
hit it
launch.
until after I see the trailer.
I'm about to hit it after the trailer. So while the trailer's playing, refresh.
ready.
Get ready right after the trailer plays. Get ready to refresh your page.
You guys, how many
And
minutes?
go
it was?
straight in if you
No,
want.
I
If you
think-
wanted some of the limited tiers, because
think-
there's a lot of people who are after them, and we
It's
can't
launching.
do but so many.
It's launching now. Someone got a Gloria Eterna, so
Oh, I guess it's already activated. I didn't have to hit it to do that.
Oh, you missed the button. You pulled a future.
all right. I guess, ladies and gentlemen, it's officially go time.
Go.
I guess it is. Crap. I thought I had the control over the button. Someone else is
I thought you had the button too. I
yeah,
was all
somebody's
like,
usurping the throne here. I don't know what's going on.
oh,
Whatever.
oh.
People are getting in, I
Crack
guess. Get in now. Get in.
No,
If you want to get in.
They told me about TTS, and I haven't played TTS at all. I think I've seen it at CouchCon,
Holy
but I didn't.
How
I didn't get to play it.
people are getting in, man.
So
People are. Okay, good.
So
Gotta refresh to see where
so
we're at.
that's so if I learn TTS, yes, but what I'm hoping for is this newer platform that they're coming out with, because the gameplay looks really, really good and advanced.
It's built for it.
compared
Yeah.
to
TTS kind of
yeah.
isn't.
TTS,
TTS,
they
you
were
don't have to
kind of
learn.
forcing the
Yeah.
issues.
Well, it's sort of. I mean, TTS is just like a sandbox that you can make like a physical board type game or card game with. So it's literally just like clicking and drag if you don't have any scripts or anything there. Which you could do anything with that. You could play charades, you could play House on Haunted Hill, Betrayal on Haunted Hill, whatever. But it's not made for a specific thing. It's not tailored for a specific kind of experience, which this game will be, and it'll have its own multiplayer. Hopefully we'll have like tournament brackets and stuff we can do officially instead of just having somebody sit there and kind of,
Dude.
have to say like, well, this person wins, this person wins. This is against the rules. This isn't.
If you guys get into, I was talking to David about this pre-show, and when you guys get into like tournament stuff, and when like, I'm going to be one of your baddest gladiators. Unfortunately, I'll probably be committed to the dark side. You know,
The nightmares are cool, man. I always play them too.
Dude, I like those powers, man. At first, I like saw how he was building up his resolve and stuff, and I was like, oh, shoes, man. He gets like 2 resolve. My dude only gets like 1. And I was like, oh, this is looking good. And they got those big guns and big explosions and all that real heavy hitting stuff, dude. But the crawlies, man, they just kind of slowly just build up numbers, and then all of a sudden one gets stitched and he's a badass hulking machine. It's like, whoa.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
Scuttles.
the-
If you let him flood the board, like you better have.
He
something
tried
that
not
just
to, dude.
Kills the thing.
He
I
tried
love
not to,
how
but
the animated version of the Stitched monsters too. It's so cool. It's like this bigger thing, but it has like 2 versions where it gets bigger and beefier as you stitch more
It's got
stuff onto it.
3 versions, I think, actually.
Yeah, actually 3. Oh
What does
man,
he
It's
mean?
all.
they're
I
out
don't
of
think
stock.
Liz is looking at the Sharpie commissions. I don't know if we put the Sharpie sketch commissions live yet. I think they're putting things live in
Oh,
stages.
okay, that's a separate thing. Yeah, sorry guys, we're I mean, we're figuring it out. We're doing it.
I will say, I know Gloria Eterna is live because that is the top
Yeah,
one. It's
haven't
limited
missed
to-
out on those. Yeah,
It's limited to
All right,
3,
go.
and 2
They're
of the
live.
3 are 2 of the 3 are gone. So Gloria
Oh,
Eterna.
wow.
If you wanted a Gloria Eterna, there
Hey,
is one
can
left.
I see Gloria Eterna? Can I see it? Do we have like a thing that can show the things, the tiers and stuff? And the
yeah,
just
that's
go
all
to
on the
go to
website, yeah.
campaign page, yeah.
all right.
it's on the. There's an about me thing where there's like expanded descriptions of the tiers and stuff.
What's the URL?
Right now it's a little bit complex. We may have to copy and paste it. It's just dreamkeepers.com /
Oh, right.
crowdfunding/p/launchpad-skirmish.campaign, or you can just go on the website.
I think for most
shit.
people, the redirect is working. If you try skirmishonline.com, just
It's
try
working now,
Skirmish
thank God.
Yeah, skirmishonline.com. Give that a shot. If that doesn't work, then we'll pop the link in chat, like the direct link.
Okay, I'm checking that one right now.
I'll post it on Twitter too. You heard it here first, though, folks.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Mine's I'm spinning. I'm spinning.
I will say we're not quite ready
Oh,
to
it
talk
says-
about stretch goals yet because we haven't hit the goal, but we're getting close to we're already over 30. We're over a third of the way to goal now. We're over a third
Okay,
of the
I'm
way
on
to the
Launchpad.
goal.
So something redirected me. So I think that skirmishonline.com is redirecting.
Okay,
Awesome.
good. That's actually good. Yeah, it was
Awesome.
having
Oh,
some
my
issues
heck.
earlier today.
Right on,
we were-
y'all. Damn, they're getting behind this. Okay, hold on. Okay, so what became available? Okay, I'm looking. Hold on, one second.
The
I gotta do
Sharpie
some
sketches,
shit
they're in a
here.
little tab section called add-ons in the middle. So if you want a Sharpie sketch, that's where the add-ons are going to be. They're not over there with the normal tiers. They're underneath the add-ons there. And you can get those with any tier, I think. Or if you've already gotten a tier, you can just check out with it by itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the Sharpie sketches, they're just like literally add-ons to whatever else you're getting. And in fact, technically, you don't even have to have a different tier. We are putting the Sharpie sketches out there for this campaign. So if you just want a Sharpie sketch, that's fine. If you back with the Sharpie sketch, it still contributes to like the campaign goal.
It might
'Cause
work, yeah. It might work on its own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Charlie's saying it won't work unless he gets a tier. So you
Oh,
do
okay.
have to get a tier, yeah.
All right, never mind. Then in that case, I guess you've got to back at a tier, and then you can get a Sharpie sketch add-on as well.
Yeah, it
Or a few of
should
them.
work. It should work if you've already gotten a tier. If it doesn't and you want one, I don't know. Just email us vivid@vividpub.com. We'll sort it out. I'll sort it out.
Do you
Alright.
got it up, Fry, so I can share that? Yes, you do. Will you let me see. Add to stream. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm doing some technicals. Okay, here we go.
Oh Lord,
Boom.
Jared's driving.
Hey, I haven't driven in a long time, but I promise I won't run us off the road. But I may hit.
I've had a few beers, but I'm cool to drive.
I don't drink and drive much. No, I'm just kidding. I would not, and I hope nobody out there would. We want to be respectful.
Everybody, be safe.
Be safe. That's right. We do not encourage that kind of behavior.
Shop smart. Shop smart.
Okay, so there's first strike, squad leader, heavy payload, long shot, golden memento, a Daruna immortal, Gloria Eterna. Oh wow, okay, that's what Gloria. Holy shiz! 2 of the 3 are already claimed. Everything above and okay, so I need to share my dang screen.
Nice, Willie with the heavy payload. That's the first tier that starts to include some of like the physical rewards. The earlier tiers are more like in-game stuff.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think a lot of the
Okay.
earlier tiers are like skins and stuff like that. Will be exclusive to the campaign, like the V pajama skin or the Ravat CCA skin.
Yeah.
All right,
Porky
here we
Pig
go.
there, sorry.
So this is the one that he was talking about, everybody. I'm there now. Sorry, I almost took us into the forest, but I found my compass. We're back on track. Okay. So this was the Gloria Eterna. Everything above and in-game replacement is now for a deck leader and will receive full animation sets like, oh, wow. Other deck leaders, additional commission featuring your OC. Some restrictions apply. I'm not sure what that means. Anyone want to give me some understanding?
Basically, we're basically keeping it safe for work. I think it's up to 3
and you invited me
characters.
to your stream? What
Yeah.
the follow?
If you do want to see the fine print on any, like, what are they thinking for commissions, just go to the policies tab and we have all the commission sort of information there at your fingertips.
Okay. Commission printed on a custom wall scroll that will be signed. Oh my gosh, really?
Mhm.
Really? That is sick. So you're going to have a wall
yeah,
scroll behind you in your skirmish. lair. Oh my heck, that's awesome. Okay, see the policies tabs for the instruction, guidelines, commissions, in-game content. 2 of 3 gone. Bam. So the Daruna Immortal is still there. Everything above, Golden Memento Commission on a one-of-a-kind. I'm going backwards, guys. I'm going from the bigs to the smalls. Do you guys want to start at the smalls and go big, or do you want to go big or go home?
Let's start at the basic level and just work our way up. So
All right.
the basic level is First Strike, and it gives you early access to the game. You also get an exclusive skin. We're going to make a CCA Shock Trooper skin for Ravat. That's pretty fun. And also
Now,
at that level...
Is that a unique skin, or is that just that's a unique skin everyone can get at the $20 level? Like it'd be the same skin.
Well,
at the
yeah,
$20
everybody
level,
can get
right?
it. Everybody will get that same one at the $20 level. That's
okay.
yeah.
Sorry,
And
keep
then-
going, David.
And in addition to that, that first tier also includes the Ruthless expansion deck. So when you are playing Skirmish, you're going to have Tinsel and Sinter characters that you can play with because those are the expansion deck. So that's
right
First
on.
Strike. I don't know how much we're going to charge for the expansion deck to like non-backers, but First Strike is at $20. So it's really like an entry-level tier where you're supporting production on the thing, and you still get, I think, some nice stuff. Squad Leader is the next one up. At Squad Leader, you also get a PDF of the strategy guide. We made a fully illustrated strategy guide and art book. So you'll get a PDF of that. You also, at Squad Leader, you get the pajama skin for V, which that's the version of her animated character where it's like everything is pajamas. I think we put her gun inside of like a pillowcase. So she's like
feather pillow. Yeah.
so she's like shooting you with a pillow constantly. You also
That's
get
what happens when you wrestle her out of bed.
Yeah, and this is good for new people too because Squad Leader includes the graphic novel PDFs, so you can read them on the website for
Oh.
free, but you also get download PDFs of volumes 1 through 5 at the Squad Leader level. There's a desktop wallpaper. You'll get the soundtrack. So there's going to be a soundtrack made for Skirmish, and you'll get downloads of the MP3s for that sticker pack. So Squad Leader has it's got all the digital goods. That's really where the concentration of here's where you get a lot of stuff digitally starts.
So what is a Telegram sticker like? What
It's
what
like a
is that?
transparent PNG image, and then people
Oh,
like to
wow.
use them on Telegram or social media apps for reaction images and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
cool.
you
Okay.
can use them outside of Telegram, but yeah, the popular place stickers are at usually Telegram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then heavy payload.
And that is where we start getting physical rewards that also get shipped out to you. So it goes beyond the digital level. That's got everything from the above stuff. So you do get all the digital stuff. You also get a signed glossy art print. So me and Liz are going to be shining an art print for you, Silver Sharpie.
Right on.
Nice collectible fold-out limited edition Skirmish poster. So you'll get a poster that you can fold out and put on your wall. And the challenge coin. It's so fun making these things. So there's going to be a Troika Faction challenge coin, solid metal. And we're going to make a physical release of the game, on CD, in a case, just like you get with the old PlayStation games and stuff. So you're going to get a physical version of the game.
That's cool. That's cool.
So that is heavy payload.
Do we have an example of one of these Troika Faction challenge coins?
I think I made a little doodle in the about area if you scroll down and look at the reward tiers, but we haven't. It still hasn't been made yet. We only prototyped an idea of it, so there's not a physical photograph.
When we scroll past it, let me know so I can see it.
Yeah, it's just if you scroll down to the reward tiers that kind of show pictures of all the stuff, just look for heavy payload. There you go. See, there's a little picture of it, and there's next to that there's a mock-up of the physical game.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's badass.
But all of this physical art, it
Yeah.
is still just mock-ups because a lot of this art has
That's
not been made
awesome.
yet. So you're just looking at some of the pre-existing art that's already been done. But lots
Right on.
of new art in the pipeline for this game.
Okay. So then long shot.
Ooh, long shot. At that point, you're starting to get I think some cool sketches. Yeah,
I think long shot's where that starts. Yeah, where
Yeah.
the original sketch stuff is at.
and long shot is the first tier where we
Oh,
start
okay.
to limit the quantity. Everything below there, heavy payload, squad leader, first strike, those are unlimited, and any number of people can grab those. But long shot, that involves me making a drawing, and you're getting a drawing that I've made, so I can only do so many of those. So long shot.
Oh, there's
the
only
tiers start to get
20
limited.
available. Okay, I see it now, right here.
Yep, 20 available,
Ooh.
and at that level you do get an original pencil sketch that I've made. And these are just pencil sketches. They're not commissions. They're just sketches and drawings of the different characters that are in the game. So it's going to be a roll of the dice as to what character you get. But you get an original pencil sketch signed by me at the long shot level. And the next one up is where we start to get As we go now, we get more and more limited because it involves more and more custom artwork for you that I've got to make, and there's only so much for me to go around.
Oh, whoa. So this is Golden Memento?
Yep, next is Golden Memento. Liz was asking, I think someone asked if the Sharpie Sketch add-on is available for all tiers, and it should be. The Sharpie Sketch add-ons, it should be if you back at any tier, you can go to the add-ons tab and grab a Sharpie Sketch or two if you want. And the Sharpie Sketches, I'm actually going to just try to get started on those. Like, I know it's going to take some development time to get the game totally finished, get it totally animated, get it in Steam. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to try to get started on the Sharpie Sketches, so they might be coming a little bit earlier, which is nice. And Golden Memento is the first tier of the campaign where the tier itself includes some commission stuff. So in Golden Memento, at that level, you've probably seen some of the art we've been posting on social media, but Golden Memento includes a commission of your character, and I do completely polished pencil line art, digital color, the whole 9 yards. So you're getting a really nice commission illustration of your character. We also print it on a game card that you get, so you're going to get like a Skirmish game card with your character on it, and you can actually swap it out for like the Bobby card in V's deck. So if you want to physically play the game with your character instead of Bobby, you can do that.
Dude, when you pulled Bobby out on me, that was some BS, man. I was like looking at him. I'm like, how the hell did he just pull out a 9-hit pointed dude that's like a hero, and he already had 2 heroes, and he said there was only 2 heroes, and now he's got 3 hero-ish kind of could-be's because Bobby's so bad A.
I think if I could have kept him on the board, that might have made the difference in the game.
Dude,
but unfortunately,
I knew I had to get rid of him, man. I knew I had to get rid of. He was a problem. Like the minute you said, "Oh, I got Bobby on the board," and I'm like, "Oh yeah. What's Bobby?" And you're like, "Oh, he's got like 9 hit points." I'm like, "What?" What?
But you had that one card. I think it was a tendril card where it's like, "Oh, remove any deck hero or remove any deck card."
That's what it was.
It
took off all deck cards, and he was a deck card at the time because V was still on the board. So there was only 2 heroes, so that made him a deck card follower, right?
Yeah, so that took care of Bobby. But
that was so close, dude. My
back
heart
to
was
the
like,
Golden Memento tier. So that is the tier where you're going to
Bobby?
get a commission of your character. You're going to get that commission printed on a card.
That's bad.
And yeah, if you want to know about like any guidelines on what is acceptable in a commission, I mean, basically just look at the art that's around. It's along those lines, and there's more detail in the policies tab. And then we get up to the top 2 levels. So Andrew and Immortal, the top 2 levels, by the way, they also include the Golden Memento illustration and cards. So you still get those things at those top 2 levels, but you get additional stuff too. Andaruna Immortal, you're going to get the Golden Memento commission. I believe we are also going to print your Golden Memento commission on a fold-out poster. So you're getting your Golden Memento illustration like on a poster that you get to put up on your wall. And at the Andruna Immortal, the big thing is you get your character animated into the Skirmish online game. So they are playable as like a deck hero replacement. So they're going to have an idle animation, an attack, a hurt, and a victory animation.
Wait, this is
just like the other deck heroes.
Aturna?
Now this is Andruna Immortal. You get your character animated into the game at the Andruna Immortal level.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick,
as a
dude.
deck hero replacement, which I think
so-
will just
so-
have the same kind of stuff as the hero that you replace.
So
Yeah,
it would
I
take
think.
on their attributes, but it's your card, which is unique to only 5 people. Only 5
Yeah,
only
there's
5
only-
people have that.
Yeah. Now there may be events in the game where everybody can play as like the reward characters and stuff. So people might have a chance to temporarily play as those characters. It'll say that in the information on the site too.
If I
But,
get one of them, you're gonna
All
have
of the time, it'll just be like your unique character.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So-
so cool.
And I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job getting warmed up on all these other Skirmish animations. So hopefully I'm going to be like primed and ready to do like some really badass animation on people's OCs. So Andruna Immortal, you're going to get an animated character in the game. And then of course the top level, which 2 out of 3 are claimed. I think there's still only 1 left of Gloria Eterna.
There's
at the
only
top
one
level,
left, dude.
Yeah, you're not just like you're not animated in at a deck hero level. You're animated in at a leader hero level, which is tons more animation.
Wait a minute.
So-
Bobby was a deck hero. That's
Yeah.
what you called him. Bobby was a deck hero, and then V and Bask were both leader heroes.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell because a
Deck
deck
leaders.
hero is a
Deck
hero that was in
leaders,
the
yeah.
deck when you start playing, and a leader hero starts off on the table.
as your. Oh, okay. So you could pull V or Basque as deck heroes.
As deck, no, they're leader heroes because they don't start the game inside of a deck.
Oh, they would never start inside of a deck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, but anyways, Gloria Eterna, there is one left, and tons and tons of animation there. If you look at the amount of animation we're putting into the leaders, there's like different idols, there's like power attacks, there's like some custom stuff. So that's going to be a ton of work for me, but I like to animate. I like to make cartoons, so that's good.
Dude, and those animations are sick.
Yeah, and you also get at this level, there's an additional commission illustration. So in addition to all this animation, and in addition to your Golden Memento commission, I'm doing like an additional separate commission of your character, full backdrop, detail, up to 3 other characters. So that's just like a commission thrown in there for you, and it comes also on a wall scroll. So that is it. That is a walkthrough of the rewards. And then, of course, if you are back in the campaign, you can jump into the add-ons and get, if you want a Sharpie sketch commission with this, you can jump in and grab that. And that's just, there's like some little examples on there if you want to know what do the Sharpie sketches look like. They're usually in like black and metallic Sharpie. So I use black, I use silver. Sometimes I get a couple of other Sharpie metallic colors in there. That's actually a pencil sketch. If you go to the add-ons tab, you'll see the Sharpie commission stuff.
Where is the the add-ons tab? Let me see.
You navigate up to where the tabs are, and then you click on add-ons, and there
we go. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's cool.
So
wow.
Yep, so those are different Sharpie sketches I've done in the past, and it's just a single character for the Sharpie sketch add-ons because I can bust out like a single Sharpie sketch pretty quick. So we thought, hey, that's a good deal for if people want to get some additional art, if we want to help get this campaign closer to goal so that we have what it takes to produce this game, to keep the animation coming out, to keep the developers like coding the infrastructure for it.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, I thought
people think that you build something tech-wise and that it just works forever after that. And I'm sorry to burst everyone's bubble, but that's not how tech works. You build something and then you're constantly maintaining it just like a car. You got to do oil changes. You got to do air cleaners, thingamabobbers. You got to check your tire pressure, your tread.
Yeah,
because there's always a lot of external macro factors that are affecting, like, you know, how the site's going to work, like what devices people are using it on, that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's always like maintenance to do.
The Sharpie Sketchy is the only add-on. So that's
actually we got
right?
We got like a snafu. Sharpie sketches are labeled in the visual at $100, and in checkout, I think they're listed at $80. So people are asking, are they 100 or are they 80?
Yeah, they're supposed to be 100. I don't know why they're saying 80.
So if they are saying 80, do they get to keep them at 80 while we're trying to fix that bug? I mean, that would be the question.
I don't know.
I would say,
let me check.
My opinion is
got in at 80. Yeah,
if you got in at 80, we're gonna call that an early bird special. So
yeah, that's for anybody out there. I just want to be the guy that is the connection. If you get it right now, a Sharpie sketchy, you can save $20. What? Just call it the Jared Crypto Comics connection. You don't put that in any kind of coupon box because I doubt it'll work, but yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Dude, this looks good. This came together sweet.
No, it's like even playing it last night a little bit, I'm just refreshed on this game. It is so fun to play. It's got so much variety and like different ways you can combine the characters, and so much different stuff can happen. And putting it with animated characters on the screen, like this is just going to be so much fun to bring to life. So again, that's exactly why we're doing this whole campaign, is because we are at the point where, like, me and Liz, with the resources that we just have ourselves, we've taken development absolutely as far as we possibly could have. And we're sort of at the point where it's all right, without the ability to fund continued development, like if this is as far as we could take it on our own internally, like this is where we're at. We cannot take it any further. But if we hit the goal with this campaign, at that point, we get a clear gateway to just move forward and continue producing the whole game, get it out there for free for everyone to play. And then, of course, the people back in at these different levels, they get all that stuff as a gigantic thank you for helping us to make this game.
Yes, and it is a fun game to play, man. I was honestly, I was a little like, I played Magic with my boys, and I always get beat. It's freaking lame, but they know all these super cards, and they're like, "Oh, you should have played this, Dad." And I'm like, I can't read this kind of. It makes the English isn't even English for one. But with Skirmish, I was thinking it was going to be a real fast, like, over game. It wouldn't take, it would develop too quickly and be over too fast. But honestly, man, it was paced really well. Things balanced out really well, so that you actually had a strategy that you could develop and different ways of getting to the, oh man, it's really fun, guys. Like,
especially like, I remember, especially towards the end, I had the strategy of like, okay, my shot failed. I'm weak, and he's building up the strength. Literally, like, V had like 1 health, like Bobby had 2. So I was like, at that point, it was like, I've got to use the lanes to my advantage. I have to run. So I had to run to the farthest lane that was empty, just because I knew he would have to spend speed to like pursue me, and he couldn't attack me the same turn. So I was like, if I can run far and fast enough, I might have a chance to get another deck hero on the board. Yeah.
Which is lame. And then I was like, well, I'll just flank him. But Bask was still in just, I think, wait, was it Bobby or Bask? Bask had 2 left or 1 left.
Yeah, I left
to the far lane.
Bast was there as a sacrificial lamb, basically. He was there to make sure that you couldn't flank V into oblivion, but it's like, well, Bast is going to die. So if I can get a deck hero on the board in 1 turn.
Hitter. I mean,
he was, but he, once he runs out of all his fire attacks, though, he's just a guy.
He's just some guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, early bird special's over, y'all. So whoever got in and got it while the hot.
Yeah, I changed it. I'm sorry. Blame me. I changed it. It's back to 100 now. I don't know why it slipped down to 80 again, because I know I changed it to 100, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I screwed something up. It's been a wild day.
Here's a good question by Willie Silver. How well is the Launchpad campaign promoted to the general public, like IGG and KS, which are well known?
Brand new, so not very.
Yeah, it is brand new
at this time.
Literally,
like right now,
you're seeing it first.
Caring, y'all. Sharing is caring. The more we can share this out on your social medias, Twitter, Twitch, like any kind of social media that you have, where you can get the link out for this show that will drive them to Launchpad, which again can be skirmishonline.com, which will redirect to it, or it can be dreamkeeperscomics.com/crowdfunder /P.
We'll put a link to the campaign in the store. So basically, after this stream, if you're looking for the crowdfund and Skirmish Online is not working, try skirmishonline.com. Otherwise, just go to the dreamkeeperscomic.com, hit the store. There's going to be a link right to it. We'll probably put a link on the front page too.
Hit the store, hit the website, hit the Twitter. Like, it's already on Twitter. It's already on Discord.
Share it out.
Because I will say,
as long as you're sharing a link, it doesn't matter, because people just click on it.
One thing that everybody needs to understand, and this is something that, generally speaking, when you're doing a campaign on the other sites like Indiegogo and Kickstarter, you have what's called trending. And when a campaign trends, like this one would have, it's promoted by that platform, and they have a lot of users and stuff like this. This is Dreamkeeper's own platform.
Well, I will say too, like, I've noticed, like, the trending stuff on Kickstarter, it was always like staff favorites.
Well, they did politically manipulate the outcomes.
Actually, someone's even asking in chat like a similar question. They're saying, considering the issues with Kickstarter politics and Indiegogo silliness, is Launchpad considering taking on other artists and working for them? And I would say, like, right now, literally, this is the first campaign we have ever done through Launchpad, and we want to test it on ourselves first to make sure it works fine.
We're the human test.
Yeah. So I would say at this very moment, we don't have explicit plans to like work with other people, just because at this very moment, we just got to focus on the now, see how it works for this campaign, find out any problems and fix them as we find them. And then, just go forward and get this campaign done. But I don't know. After that, I do think it would be great if there's some more options for people in the crowdfunding market, but I would only want to take Launchpad in that direction if I felt like we had the resources to basically to do a really good job and make sure it was solid. Like, I wouldn't want to launch something out there if I was like so focused on Dreamkeepers and other production that I couldn't make sure, So I think, there's possibilities in the future, but it all kind of comes down to like, how do things go. And so right now we're just going to start with Skirmish, see if this
Wow.
campaign does well, see if Launchpad works the way so far it's working. We jumped up again. We're at $7,100 on the campaign now.
Hey,
Man.
just so you know,
Thank you.
it's not what you
Man.
know, it's who you know. And I just got you to be one of the staff favorites. Yes, I did that for you for helping me win last night. Thank you.
Yeah. So I guess that's the thing about like the we'll call them the legacy platforms like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, BackerKit. On those platforms, they do have more public visibility. People are more familiar with those brands, for better or for worse. And when it's for worse, that's kind of why we're starting Launchpad. But on top of that, the other thing about those platforms is the staff of those platforms, like there's a lot of people in the past that have had issues with like shadow banning and like their campaigns are not searchable. So you do have those platforms. Sometimes their staff will pick winners and losers, and they'll choose what to like sort of inflate up, and they'll choose sort of like what to push into a closet. So fortunately we don't have to deal with all of that here. But that said, Launchpad, it's brand new. It's just us. So this campaign and its success, it is really down to like if the readers are going to be able to support it and if the readers are going to be able to help us actually get something totally new and unheard of in front of people.
Which you guys can, because that's the power of independence and that's the power of the internet. This is the time where the independents, the little guys, can actually be heard because we have a voice until they try and take it away from us, which they can't, because we're indie, baby.
Yeah, that is the nice thing, is if there's like a glitch we find, we got to get hammer and chisel out and we got to like fix that glitch. But aside from like making sure we take care of all the stuff on our own, we don't have to worry about someone else coming along and like giving us the boot for whatever reason. So at this point, we can just focus on making cool stuff, making sure everything works good, delivering to you guys. So if you can back the campaign, man, I really want to make Skirmish into a video game. And if you can share it out to more people, like that's just going to help make sure that we can get the job done.
Wait a minute. Like when you say a video game, you're talking about the game you guys are building right now with all those super cool animations and the way that the, hey, can we see that? Can we see that animation trailer again, Fry? Would you cue it up for me, buddy? Sweetie. Yo, Fry. Yoo-hoo. Fry. Fry.
Nowhere to run, kid. Just me and you.
Pick on someone your own size. Eat this!
What is a poet without an ear?
Take this!
Dead meat.
Yo, B, need a hand?
Grow up, shortcake.
Watch out! I've got your back! Witness the power of the Underlord!
You gotta be kidding me. Once you learn how to use it, it takes care of you.
You're mine, pretty boy. Bruna is our home. No one is taking that away.
Dude, so that skull and bones, when they were all loaded in there and then it got all wiped out to I think it was V or which character it was, but that's what I did to David last night.
Yeah, I was having flashbacks when I saw the stitched Scuttles monsters coming together. It's like, yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, that one. That dude, once you get a little beefiness, man, with one of those characters, you start rolling.
That's why I was trying to just like I was trying to smother your whole strategy in the crib, and I that close,
dude. You came that close. V's best friend, dude. I was like, when you're like, I think I could take you out. I'm like, what? I think I could take you out. What? Wait, why? And I had backup. I had somebody blocking like everything. I had planned for this. I think I had like 3 health after that. 2 health. Oh, it was crazy.
Something like that. We got close. I was told I was a little loud, so I turned my gain down a bit.
Sound good now. Yeah. For some reason we came off that trailer. It was like 2 or 3, like it was like up here where it was like down here before with everybody else.
I wanted to do like a Wizard of Oz kind of thing where I just speak, but my voice is like coming through the internet.
I don't think Fry's happy with me right now, guys. I think he's plotting.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is that? Why would you think such a thing?
Hold on, I gotta refresh.
See over there.
A look of pure. Are you in the deep fryer, Jared?
Oh, I'm always in the deep fryer with fry sauce, baby.
We gotta watch out. Well, we got a good question in chat. How often will Skirmish receive updates and/or new content? And I think someone's also asking about stretch goals. Let's just briefly tackle the new content and updates. Actually, that is one of the stretch goals. Is more content. Wait.
So should I go to the stretch goals?
Yeah, sure. You click on stretch goals. We can start talking about those.
Right.
But I will say, like, I can't say exactly how often we're going to get new expansion decks or new characters and new skins in there, because really we just need to make sure that we get to the goal and get the game in Steam first. And then once we have the game, there in Steam, people can play it. At that point, we can start actually working on like getting some new stuff in the pipeline. So yeah, I guess that's what I would say. And when it comes to like, do we have like a set schedule for exactly how often we're going to get updates and stuff out? We don't have a set schedule for that yet, but we do obviously have a lot of plans for some really cool things. And I think the first new expansion deck, we have it planned to be Nama and Taphos, and it's one of the stretch goals. So let's just start talking stretch goals. The first, of course, 20K. That is like just the baseline goal to get this game actually put together, bare bones, get it in Steam. 25K, we can put another arena into the game. Because you saw the background art, that's the initial arena that I painted up for it. But I'd like to have obviously more cool like sort of settings for you to play in, like maybe like some Descent to the Archives stuff. There's like more Starfall. We could do something urban in the city. So that's one of the things I love about the series is like all these cool immersive settings. So I'd love to do another arena, and that's why the 30K goal is a third arena, so we can get some variety in those backgrounds. 35K, at that point we're going to do idle animations for when the characters are actually heavily damaged. And we are trying to get some of those in place for V right now, but this is a lot of animation. But if we hit these stretch goals, then we'll know for a fact that we can get the resources to integrate these into all the leaders.
Idle animations would be good.
Yeah, damaged idols are cool. Like even looking at that trailer, like the trailer was fun because it's like, oh, the characters are jumping around, but the stuff we've already animated since the time we made that, I'm like, oh, this will look so much cooler when we have like the V hurt animation and she's reacting to like the strikes and all this stuff.
Yeah, I was just thinking because as your life or toughness goes down and your image starts to degrade, that would give you visual like attention, like, oh, this person's hurting bad. That's
exactly
that's sick.
I mean, you could still be looking at like the stats on your characters on screen because there's going to be like a little heads up display that shows their stuff, but in addition to the stats, you could actually look and see like, oh, is my leader like leaning over sideways with blood running down their face? They're probably in trouble. You can sort of intuitively figure it out.
Nero Dragon.
So that's 35K is guaranteed damaged idols for the leaders. 40K.
Nero Dragon.
Oh, cool. Liz just told me Twitter's over 11K. That's nice.
What?
40.
Oh, followers?
Yeah, I guess we just we're continuing to grow on Twitter. Thank you guys.
That's pretty good, eh?
Following us on Twitter.
Share the link, man.
We're told to share the link.
I think it's just Dreamkeepers at Dreamkeepers, isn't it? Or is it Dreamkeepers comic on Twitter?
No, on Twitter it's just Dreamkeepers.
Share the show link in your Twitter.
Yeah, it's up there.
I can't believe I gotta tell you guys this. This is why I'm the master, guys. This is why I.
You didn't have to tell us we shared it.
Sure. Yeah, well, I got video proof saying otherwise.
What do you mean?
I got video proof saying otherwise.
We shared it. Bruh.
I'm just kidding, everybody. I'm just busting there. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. But I like the idea of like, what if you shared links? We'll try that. We will try that out.
Yes, get these links shared, everybody. Get them on your Facebook, get them on your Twitter, get them on your Telegram, get them on your other thing, and maybe MySpace if it's around still.
Get them on your X. And it's Immerse X now, Twitter.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Elon had a great idea one day. There's going to be X now, not Twitter.
I'm going to have to ask you to please share on X.
Yes, please put it
share on X where your mom thinks you're looking at something bad.
X stands for I don't think X stands for everything. Does it really stand for everything? I mean, it stands for 10.
You don't even know what X stands for, do you?
Well, I was told it stands for everything by one of the smartest. Well, is he? Because he's one of the richest, but one of the smartest men, and maybe he's not.
I don't know about. He's definitely richest. I don't know about smartest. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say if it's not on a treasure, I'm talking about X. If it's on a pirate burnt paper treasure map, and
right,
so,
X
like,
marks the spot. That's what I was.
I would enjoy that, but unless Twitter is rebranding to be a gigantic treasure map theme, otherwise,
I think they should do that.
I would like.
I think they should.
Yeah.
I think there's something cool about it, honestly. Yeah.
Someone in the chat is calling Jared a little loud. I don't know if they're referring to your mic level or your personality, but either way, if you take it personally, it's probably funnier.
I am taking
40K
it personal. Hold on 1 second. Is
the
this
40K
better,
stretch
Liz?
goal
Is
is a
better,
campaign
Liz?
exclusive,
Hold on.
another leader hero skin. So I think the earlier one, we're already going to be doing V in pajamas. So if we get to 40K, we're going to do another exclusive campaign exclusive skin for one of the leaders, and we're going to let you guys vote on which leader gets the skin. So that's going to be fun. At 45,
I just want to clarify something here. It's supposed to say deck leader, like, because the hero thing kind of gets confusing.
What?
But if you see a thing where it says leader in it, it means a deck leader. Even if it says leader hero, the deck heroes and the leaders are totally different things. But this will be another skin for a leader hero or a deck leader. Yeah.
Yeah. So at 45, at that point, if you're a heavy payload backer, we're taking the Troika faction challenge coin, and just to make things fair, we're adding a Nightmare faction challenge coin.
Yeah.
So at that point, this doesn't really affect people that are not getting the physical merch, but if you're at the level where you're getting physical merch, you're getting a faction coin for the good guys and one for the bad guys. So you can play Pogs using the slammers, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you can Pog out.
Yeah, you can completely Pog out with those at that point. 55, Nama and Taphos have entered the arena. At this level, we are developing the Nama and Taphos new expansion decks for Skirmish. So I am excited about that because we've had ideas for a Nama Taphos expansion for a while. It's just, we haven't really had any time or resources to dedicate to making it. But if we get this stretch goal, we can make it. So it'll be Nama and Taphos is the big guy from Volume 5. That they fight in the last chapter, and he teleports around, and he's got the gigantic obelisk arms that he smashes you with. So that's Taphos. Liz, what do you?
I didn't even know that was a guy. I thought it was just a monster. I don't think he talks or anything when he's in Volume 5. He just shows up and just starts murking everybody.
Not every nightmare is like a tendril. They're not all spouting poetry. Taphos is more bite your head off and smash you into tomato paste kind of dude. All right, what are the rest of these stretch goals? So that's 55. At 60, there's going to be a new idle animation for when characters have their powers activated. So at that point, we can guarantee that all of the leader heroes, when the card flips over and they're using their power, that's a separate additional idle animation. 75, we can print off physical copies of the Nama Taphos expansion decks. And they will be going out to anyone in the heavy payload or higher. So if you're not getting physical stuff, then we can't afford to just ship out of nowhere. But at the heavy payload and higher, at that point, we're going to be printing off physical copies of that. So if you were one of the people that did get a physical edition of Skirmish back when that campaign was live, you can go ahead and literally use this expansion deck to play with your physical copy of Skirmish. 95, we are getting physical again. And at 95K, we will have plans to reprint those physical tabletop editions of Skirmish, because the physical editions.
Oh, we do have this in here.
Last night. Yeah, it's at 95K. If we get to that level, we can go ahead and we can do another print run of Skirmish physical games, because they are.
Wait a minute.
I do think it's important to state that it's probably not going to be the collector's edition that came first with all the extra character cards and stuff.
Correct.
It is probably just going to be the base game.
Yeah,
which is
just
still great.
For anyone that is actually familiar with like the old deluxe editions, like the first printing of Skirmish, the deluxe boxed edition of the game, that had all these like bonus heroes in it. It had guests from other comics. We had like deals with them where they were going to guest in this edition of Skirmish, but I don't think we're going to be like renewing those, but for like the next printing. So basically, there's a lot of stuff in the deluxe edition that it's not going to be in the reprinting. If we reprint Skirmish, it's just going to have like the actual basic, the base 8 characters of the game. So I don't think people play with the bonus heroes a lot anyways. They're kind of more collector's items. But 95K physical games will be back on the menu.
That
and then we've
is
got
so cool.
3 more stretch goals. 125, we're going to actually start making some very short little animated scenes to play, like little cutscenes to play. Like let's say you are playing with Lilith in your deck and you beat Ravat. We might get like a little animation of Lilith being like, Ravat, you're a dummy and I'm smarter than you. And then, so we're going to get like something.
You better come up with a better script than that at 125.
No, it came out of my mouth.
kidding.
Now I'm not willing to change it. But we're going to get actual good, like little fun cutscenes. So we're going to get some little animated cutscenes for conditional victories, like based on which character beats which one. We're going to add a little bit of fun to the game.
That'll be awesome.
125.
That'll be. Are they going to be like? Are they going to be like? Oh, what's it called on the finishers? No, is it finishers? No, that's not right.
Fatalities?
Yes, fatalities. Thank you, Hazen.
I don't know if it'll be more like at the end of a Mortal Kombat match or the end of a Guilty Gear match where the person who wins like says something and it's just like a short little 2 or 3 second thing with an animation.
Yeah.
Are you sure you can't have like be like ripping the heart right out of like one of like Scuttles or something like that? Like
we'll have Grun ripping Mace's head off. Yeah.
That's a fan favorite idea there.
It has become one. Yeah. I suggested that as a joke for sketch of the month one month, and people were like, "Yeah, that's funny." Like, no, don't make Dave actually draw that. Oh my God.
If it gets voted for,
oh my God,
anything that we put in that poll means like, hey, we will draw this if it gets voted up. Like if we really have a problem with something, we'll just be like, okay, we don't want to have this idea to run in, but. No, if it gets in the poll,
you can plead to our consciences, not like it'll do much good.
So I'll just last 2 stretch goals though. 150K. At that point, we don't just have like an expansion deck. We add an entire new faction to the game, and we're going to do the Neon Knives faction. So it's already got the Troika, basically the heroes. It's got the nightmares, these monsters, and the Neon Knives. If you read the graphic novels, you know that they've got some fun characters in there, so that can make some really, really good times. And final stretch goal at 200K, that gives storytime acceleration. In addition to the tutorial for the game and the multiplayer of the game, we will also do like a voice-acted single-player story mode for the game. And it's not going to come out like right at the same time as the multiplayer because we want to get that out as fast as we can. But at 200K, it does fund us to the point where we're going to put together a single-player campaign mode for you.
Wow, that would be sick.
So those are the stretch goals, and
that would be sick. And then you can use AI, and they'll start talking back to you and being like, "I'm going to attack your dream, sucker."
Yeah, we'll shelve that idea for now. But so those are the stretch goals, and as we continue to campaign throughout this next month, because we've got a month to try to hit goal and see how many stretch goals we do get. So keep an eye on that, share it out. Hopefully, get some more people back in it, and we will see if we can make goal, and then see just how far we can take Skirmish together.
Oh, dude, this is going to be awesome. I want to see something real.
Say what?
I'm trying to see something real quick. I want to see if I can show these cards, but they're not. Oh, there. Check this out. I just found these. So here's a card. Boom.
Oh, yeah, there's a Bass card.
That's who I beat last night.
Yeah.
No offense, Dave. Terrify. Let's see, anger. Oh, that would be one of her alter personality cards, huh?
Yeah.
That gun's so awesome.
But we do have a ton of art because there's already so much like literal card art that are going to be on the game cards in the game, and then on top of that, we have like the animated versions of the characters we're adding. So it's just going to be just visually really cool. Like I'm even thinking like I know people playing the game with cards. It's like, oh, these are fun to look at, but you can also play and do all the strategy stuff. But I feel like it could even affect people's gameplay sometimes because they might just play stuff because they're like, oh, I really want to see V's power idol. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not going to play to win. I'm going to play so that I can get V's power to activate because I want to see how that looks, like how that's animated. So I could see people even just like messing around to try to see all the different character animations in the game because there's going to be a lot.
That'll probably be something people do, yeah, because there's a lot of them. They're all going to be, even the ones like leaders will have the most animation, heroes will have almost as much as the leaders, and followers will have a little bit less than the heroes, but they're all still going to have like just a bunch, just a lot of animation, and it's all going to be hand done, everything.
Yeah.
Dude, these
by these.
Awesome. Sorry, but I'm just like, there's so many cool. Because I couldn't see the cards last night that well on the webcam.
Yeah, this webcam was I was even like holding them up, but I just don't have a good enough lighting, so you were sort of like blind. But this is what the cards in the game look like, and they've even the cards. I like the design. Like on the left, it has all the major stats on the left. So if you fan your hand, you can kind of see everything that you really need to see about the card: the resolve cost, the speed, the damage, toughness, life, that sort of thing.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Wisp and her mechanic that splits her off into literally multiple personalities.
Oh, okay. Ravat.
I like Wisp.
Oh. Yeah, I almost played Wisp. I kind of wishing I would have because her cards look incredible.
I haven't played Ravat in forever. He's so like his ability to just like when he flips and just like he messes up everyone, it's awesome. Like his power is so difficult to deal with. He's just like a murder machine.
Yeah, if you ever let Ravat get like going, it's like he's almost impossible to get rid of. He heals when he flips.
Yeah. I remember too, like at the very end of the game last night, I remember, when V flips, she gets a little extra life. So that like kept me alive for just like 5 seconds longer than it would have otherwise. Oh, look, there's a little bit of
the animations up. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little rumor animation. So this is an example of like you guys see like what the different cards look like, and when they're actually chilling on the game board, like on screen in the video game, this is like what some of the idle animations look like.
Dude, oh hell yeah, bro!
And actually, some of these, it's me and Miguel, and honestly, Miguel has been such a huge help. Like I would not be able to I would not be capable of generating this volume of animation without him here doing like so much stuff to assist us.
Miguel, you rule.
Yeah, and that's why we
Mr. Peaks is probably my favorite one, the Pelican guy.
Oh yeah, with those books he's gonna like chuck at you.
Do not
you
mock
can't handle
knowledge.
Mr. Peaks.
Then we got Marvin, and he's
mock knowledge.
Oh, there's the McCoy. The McCoy looks cool. Dragon Lost is asking what the game resolution is optimized for. I think are we focusing on HD or is it 4K?
The resolution of the assets will be at 4K, and I believe it'll be playable in 4K just fine. I don't think we're going to be going to 8K or anything like that for a card game. So I think it'll be 4K, and I think the animations will be they're 14 per second, but I think that the game will actually play at like 30 per second.
Nice.
30 frames per second.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah,
FPS.
it'll play at 30.
Plus, it's not like an FPS or a fighting game. You know, like a PvP like fighting. So like the frame rate shouldn't really impact the gameplay that much. But it's there's just so many cool animations. It's going to be nice to see them animating and looking all awesome.
Yeah, this is going to be sick. Oh,
Cool.
hold on. That's Bobby, huh? He's the one that scared me.
There's our boy.
That's Bobby.
He scared me. I was like, I'm so scared. I don't know how I'm going to beat Bobby. Oh, look. It just launched. How awesome is that?
Yep, campaign is now live, and we're doing pretty great tonight. I will say, when we launched it on Indiegogo, I remember at Indiegogo launch night, it was just kind of like, what's going on? Because it was at like $600, and then people were trying to get the top tiers, but they were getting subtracted out of the campaign, and then it wasn't like adding to the campaign total. So that was like a weird launch. That was the weirdest launch we've ever had when we tried to do this on Indiegogo, and there
It really was. Yeah.
Really?
So
I
honestly,
was like, yeah.
like even if there's like, oh, there's like a little glitch on like the thing, we got to fix it. At least we can actually get the glitches fixed here. Whereas there, it's like, can they fix this? Do they know about it? Are they going to
wait a
acknowledge that
minute, you
something
can send
happened?
us an email that we're never going to answer. I hate
Well,
that.
let's just say like this is working way, 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 way better than Indiegogo was. We're already at 7,100 on the
Yeah.
first night. This is great.
These are some of the new ones. These are some of the new animations that are going to be updating. Now,
Yeah,
the
these power
demo,
mode.
the single player demo that's going to be coming out soon will not feature these animations yet because it went into production before we started upgrading the animations. Yeah. But the next update to that demo, which you'll have access to if you back the campaign at any level, you'll see these animations implemented slowly into their updates.
And this is like her pulling off like a super move, huh?
I think this is actually her victory pose. Like if V wins when she's in her power mode, then she's actually just gonna like you can see like her power like gets this hurricane up and then she like hovers in the middle of it like a total badass. So if you are playing as V and you have her power activated when you win, this is the animation that you'll see. Yeah, she like swoops her arms down and like that's why it's so fun being able to make these because some stuff like some ideas you can put cool stuff into a comic, right? But some ideas just don't translate. But the idea that she like snaps her arms down and it like makes these dust poofs on the ground from the wind and then it like like turns into a hurt like that is something where you can show it in animation and it just like it instantly reads. Like that's what animation's for. So I don't know. It's so fun having like an opportunity to bring these characters to life in a different way because I love the graphic novels, I love the comic story, but I really like animating, and I feel like this shows like visually what the characters are like. And we got her power attack that we want, which is like a cool wind kick. I like adding the secondary swing on the ears and the tail. I think looks really fun, and then even like the effects animations integrated in. So
yeah, dude,
man, we're having a blast, and I'm glad that we have it funded already. Over a third of the way to goal on the first night. This is encouraging because it makes me think that we really will hit goal and we can really make this game real because I want to make this game so bad.
Is incredible. Now I just got to figure out how to get back.
Thank you, everybody, for getting us so far already tonight. Thank you for backing it. Thank you for sharing it. We just want to make the coolest game ever and make it free to play.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool, man. That is so cool. Like, honorable, awesome. Everybody who supports this campaign, thank you. I look forward to beating you all. But thank you, because I'm telling you, like, the gameplay is really fun. It really was surprising. I really want to play some more. I want to try Wisp. I want to be Basque because Basque was just a badass, man. He was like kicking my butt, like right off the bat, dude. Just like, oh, stop. The fire hurts. It burns. I was like, oh, it's so cool. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is amazing, guys. You know, you guys are really doing something incredible. Just incredible. You know, you're digging deep, you're running long, you're running strong, you're reaching out, and there are people that enjoy this art, that enjoy this story, that enjoy all that is being created, and helping move that forward is just such a beautiful thing, man. This is what shows me that humanity, we deserve free energy. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. We deserve free energy, and everybody should give it to us because we deserve it. And it's because of great people like you.
Free energy, like free gasoline? Like, what are we?
No. Free energy, like 0 point energy, where like you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for electricity into your house. It would just be there. So
okay.
You wouldn't have to worry about that bill. And then I could spend more money on Skirmish.
Is that another can we campaign for like free 0 point energy for the world? Is that a campaign idea? Like, guys, if we meet this goal that costs money, then we can make free energy.
It would have to be open source. I mean, it's really along the lines of your campaign. You're saying, hey, everybody, help me make something great for everyone, which is beautiful.
I will say, if I knew how to make free 0 point energy, I would also do that. But I do not have the scientific expertise. But what I can do is I can animate some cool characters and make a game. So again, thank you everyone for hanging out with us, listen to us talk about the game. If you do have any questions, pop them into chat because we're just here to chill with you and talk about it. And I will say it is a big relief to me personally that Launchpad is actually working. Like, it's functioning. People are buying stuff. The bar is filling up. Like, this is all I want from a crowdfunding site. I just want a crowdfunding site where the bar fills up when people get their stuff. There's no weird shenanigans, and it's easy. So thank goodness, because we have put a lot of work into building Launchpad like the last month. We didn't expect to have to do this to get Skirmish off the ground. But, you know, like if you've seen our YouTube video, we ran into some stuff with the other platforms we were using. So we built this built this crowdfunding thing from scratch. The goal is like, I just want to make a video game. And it's like, oh, in order to do that, I have to now create my own infrastructure on the internet. And so, but it's
story
working.
Of my life.
It's working. So that's really it's a relief.
It is working.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at that. And
Launchpad
I believe
best one. Oh, if you guys are on Crypto Comics, make sure you're putting these badge codes in because you get like cool little badge animations there.
Yeah, you do. They're animated. I don't think I've seen many of the badges be animated.
no,
Dominic
there's
is
a
asking us.
few.
Dominic's asking us where do we land on the topic of achievements with Steam. I'll say that the game will probably have some achievements on Steam. I don't know. The thing I don't like about achievements for most games is they're just for like beat level 1 achievement, beat level 2 achievement. I don't know. We might do something similar to that, like just play every character or play every deck or something. But I want to have some achievements in there that are really like stuff you actually have to achieve. Like, I don't know, like, you know, during an event, pick like the thing that's like the little wimp deck or something. I don't know, or like win a match without ever attacking with a leader hero, like just
that'd be
stuff
cool.
like that.
That'd be a challenge one.
I want it to be, I want it to actually be a challenge you achieve. Like I don't want it to be, you know, press start, pause, achievement.
I've got probably a pretty easy achievement.
That's literally some games have that though.
I was joking with Fry about this at the start of the stream, as I was saying we could have an achievement in there where creator killer, you kill Dave, and I'm not the best gamer, so it would be a pretty easy thing to do. It's like as long as you can play Dave,
beat a developer,
you're probably gonna kill. You're probably gonna win that achievement if you play Dave. Odds are high. You'll be a creator killer.
We'll have an achievement for each of us if you beat us in a skirmish match. You'll get a little achievement.
Well, then people are gonna go head hunting for us. They're gonna be like, I want to get the next head on
they
my
will.
wall.
And then we just won't play. And they'll be like, "Wah! Curses!" I'd probably be playing this a lot, though. To be honest, like I'm
honestly like I could see myself playing this, like. Because I don't want to use Tabletop Simulator. It's not that I've got anything against it. I'm just a boomer, and it's like clicking and dragging and navigating in there. The interface is just like a little bit of friction, and that's a little too much for me. But if there's something that's set up and it's easy and it's like this is how you play the game, it's a fun game. I want to play it more. It's got that like random element to it where it is contingent to a degree on like what cards you draw and what strategy you use. But there's also again, like I'm not good at it, but I like to play chess, and there's like some almost chess-like elements with like the spatial strategy and like the flanking and stuff.
There are some chess-like elements.
So
you're right.
It's just a fun game, and I wanna make it more fun and easy for people to play, and I want to fill it up with animation and Launchpad is working. So thank you guys, because I think we've got a clear shot at getting this funded now that we've got a crowdfunding campaign that is doing what we needed to do.
Carcio, yes, there will be ranked matchmaking and casual matchmaking that isn't ranked, and private matches.
What are you doing?
Ready for that?
You got like a pointer? Are we now like sticking our fingers in the webcam? Is it that time of the stream?
Voice chat.
Oh,
that would be cool. So you could talk crap.
I doubt there will be voice chat on the actual game. You just use Discord or something.
Probably, yeah. But there's definitely going to be ranked matches because that's cool. And then the other nice thing about that is hopefully we can get like a system where if there does develop to be a big skill differential, it'd be good, just like with chess, if you can just like match up with people that are kind of in your ballpark. So you're never just like crushing people too easily, but you're also not like completely outclassed every single time you play.
Yeah, as far as banning cards and stuff in tournaments, when we have a bigger roster of cards, we may allow players in tournaments to like ban cards for the opponents. Similar to, I don't know if you two know. For those of you who don't know, a lot of ranked games that have a large roster of characters, they'll have a feature called banning during like actual tournament ranked matches, or sometimes just regular ranked matches, where the two teams or two opponents, one of them before character selection will get to ban a card from selection during that one match. Mm-hmm. So that, you know, if they know that this person's like good with this person, or they just don't want to play against exactly this, they can prevent their opponent from choosing that. So when we have a larger roster of cards, we may do some stuff like that. We may not. I don't know. Everything will usually remain pretty balanced.
Yeah, where you guys sit right now, this has so many awesome ways to go, because you guys are at the. Actually, you're not at the conception because of all that you guys have done. You guys are at the launching point. Like, you're spreading your wings and taking flight. Like, you're just leaving the branch.
We are hoping that breaking into video games will like totally take Vivid to the next level, and that this will be something that we can actually like expand a lot out, not just for Dreamkeepers, but for everybody that stood by us, and give you guys some cool content. That's, you know, there's nothing wrong with reading a comic, but there's really nothing like media that you can interact with, that you can compete with against friends or enemies, you know? So like, this is kind of where we really want to go. This doesn't mean we're going to stop making comics, but this is something that
means you get to be a part of the universe, man. You actually get to be a part of the universe and play within the universe in a totally different way. You know, reading the book, you get immersed and you become the characters. Playing the game, you get to go through the feeling of actually like crushing your opponent, like I did to David last night. I was there and I just broke him in two, and he cried and wept as he walked away.
And I know that we're not like at the conception level of Skirmish, because, you know, the tabletop game has been out, like, and in fact we've used all the tournament play with like the physical version to tighten up and like modify some of the cards for like the digital launch that we're doing. So the gameplay's tightened up, balanced really nicely. So we're not at like the baseline conception stage. But that said, in terms of like how the game unfolds on Steam and like ranked matches and how tournaments work and things, like, we're really looking to get some early, and that's part of the thing that you're going to be getting as a backer. It's like early access to the game. And we want to try to incorporate as much player feedback as possible, and kind of figuring out like what works, what doesn't work, what's a good interface, what's like the better control setup that feels more intuitive to you. And even going from there, I view the existing Skirmish base 8 characters, and even the Ruthless expansion deck, Sintra and Tinsel. So all those 10 characters, I kind of view that as like the game foundation. And it's a really strong foundation, but we could build so much cool stuff if we can just get this thing funded, get it created, get it in Steam free to play, and then get people playing it and like interacting with it. Like, even in Dreamkeepers alone, there's like so many cool factions and characters that we could introduce that would just like add more and more strategic options. And then there's other Vivid properties. There's like Bethelium, there's UberQuest, there's Cloud Scratcher. So there's, I don't know, like there's lots of possibilities just with this one game. And I think if we can get Vivid Publishing, if we can get our foot in the door with a game like this, I think that can completely just blast open the gates to like more game content, more animated content, and more book content. Because I want to be able to not just continue making the comics the way we have been. Ideally, I would love to get like a full-time art assistant that could work so that I can make the books like faster than I ever have before. And, you know, right now we don't have the resources to do that, but I am hoping that if we get this video game out there, that the video game will get popular enough, people can enjoy it enough, that it could also not just get more vivid like animation, more vivid gaming content. I'm hoping that we can also get more resources into developing the books and the story faster than we could ever do it before. So we've got big plans, we've got high hopes, and we are having a really good launch day.
On the beach, part of those plans by chance? Nero didn't want to be distracted, Nero Dragon, but obviously they're distracted.
Distracted is what on the beach?
A spring break edition. So they're all in their swimwear. Woo!
Yeah, I think he's asking about like summer beach skins.
The magic attacks or beach knolls and volleyballs.
I mean, there could be a lot of fun with like the skins and different like events like
A
that.
Christmas edition.
Almost every
Santa. And...
almost every game has holiday stuff. Almost every game has like a summer thing where like if there are guns in the game, the characters have like super soakers and stuff. So yeah, I mean that could be in the future. I want to do stuff like that, but I first, you know, of course, on the road to 1.0 and even probably maybe into 2.0, what we mainly want to focus on is just getting everything stable, getting everything balanced. And then shortly after that, you know, we can start trying to make some skins and stuff. I love Star Citizen. Don't get me wrong. I like the game. I think it's great what they're doing over there at Robert Industries. I think they got a little off track and they're making too many spaceships now and not enough game. We don't want to fall into that trap. Even though that probably would make us more money, we didn't set out to become millionaires on this. If we do, that's great. But if we don't and we still can make a great game for everybody to play and enjoy, to me, that's a bigger deal. And I think I can speak for Dave and Liz too when I say that that's probably what they would rather do.
Yeah, totally. Because that's like the whole goal with Vivid. And I mean, I know I want it to be like creator friendly and help creators do stuff. But to be honest, the creator is not the pinnacle of our value pyramid, because creators are really like, creators have like a duty to make, I think, great content, the best content we can possibly make that's like high value for the customer. So the highest value for Vivid is like, we want to create the best possible, coolest, most interesting, original, fun, like content that we possibly can. And to a degree, that does mean like, obviously you have to have creators doing stuff. Obviously you have to have like revenue so that you can fund people's time to do development work and whatever else you need to do. So like, yeah, you need creators, you need talent, like you need money, but like all of that is, none of that is like the point. None of that is like the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is really, we want to absolutely realize our creative potential. And that even means like, let's say there's something that like is a runaway huge success. It doesn't mean that we necessarily want to just like exploit that to the point where we're making like things that are like redundant or silly or like, you know, like I don't want to like follow a path where we just make stuff only because we can and not because it's worthwhile. So I really want to try to optimize Vivid as a company to something where the more capabilities we develop, the point is to make stuff that is valuable, worthwhile, cool, fun, and not just making stuff for the sake of making stuff. We want it to be actually good.
What all do you guys think about what you've seen thus far? Let us know in the comments, because I'm blown away. I'm blown away. The gameplay was so much fun. What you guys are getting into, taking it to this level on your own, but your own community as the front lines that are helping you achieve this is just so awesome. It's so cool. Like, thanks for letting me come along and just hang out with the cool kids. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, thank you as always to you guys for hosting us and letting us like stream in a big group like this. Crypto Comics has always been just supportive and awesome. And I don't know, it's really fun working with you guys. I'm glad that we get to like share these launches with you. And again, like, especially like all of the readers out there, we have, I don't know, like the Dreamkeepers readership. It's like no other community I've ever seen anywhere. And that is really, like, for everything that we try to do, for everything that we want to do, all of our aspirations, all of the creativity that we want to get out there, it's only possible to do it and to get it out there. It only can come to life because the readers actually support it. And so you guys, anybody listening, like all of the things that we are trying to do and have done and will do, like this is because of you. So thank you for letting us create this stuff. And I don't know, it's really fun to make, and I hope you have just as much fun or 10 times as fun reading it and playing it and sharing it with people.
Yeah, and I see a couple people have mentioned in the chat about a Dreamkeepers MMORPG. I want something like that too. I honestly do, because frankly I think a lot of MMOs that are out right now are crap. I think they are WoW with a coat of paint, and I would love to have an opportunity to make or direct or be part of some sort of MMO project that is something totally different, something new, something you're not used to, something fresh, to kind of mix it up a little bit. So, you know, who knows, maybe we'll get to that one day, and I'll be around for that too. But we don't know. We're just kind of focused on the card game for now. But yeah, that would be something that I would say we have interest in, but we just don't have the means to pursue something like that right now.
Although, I mean,
stellar
who
versions
knows?
are made, one campaign at a time.
Yeah.
So you guys,
And I will
are
say,
well
like,
on your way.
we're building up all of this stuff from Vivid, like from nothing. Like, some creators out there, they might have like a gigantic trust fund behind the scenes that you don't necessarily know about. Sometimes they might even be like circulating that trust fund in front of you during their crowdfunding campaigns. But we are actually, like, me and Liz, like, I started outside of college with a zero. Well, not really with zero. I started after college with a ton of college debt. And we have just been building up Vivid and Dreamkeepers from only dollars that people have spent because they like our work. Like, that is it. It has been 100% reader support. There's nothing else here. We don't have investors. We don't have like a billionaire buddies, nothing like that. This is like this whole company. So if we can actually, and that's kind of why I'm so excited for Skirmish, because I do think getting into like video games with Vivid Publishing, with Dreamkeepers, like this could open the door where we could, like, Vivid has come so far just from reader support alone that I really think if we just expand some of the things we can do with this campaign, like who knows where it could end. Maybe it'll just be, oh, we'll just do Skirmish, that'll be it. But I have to think, like, the more resources we get, that's one of the advantages of the fact that we didn't get like a gigantic, like trust fund, like donor dropping $1 million on us out of nowhere. The fact that we did have to build up everything ourselves, like every single book, every single package mailed, like we learned all this stuff like one step at a time by hand. Literally, we started with paper pencil. So that means we've made all these business mistakes at a really small scale where we could recover and then like learn. So I feel like we've got so much solid experience under our belts now that as we scale up and start to get more opportunities, more creative stuff for people, and it just means I think we've got what it takes to really do some awesome stuff with Vivid. Like, we've got the experience, we've got the skill, and Dreamkeepers, I'm sorry, I think Dreamkeepers is like the coolest thing like that I could think of. Like, if someone like knocked on my door right now and they're like,
Well,
David, would you like to work on Star Wars? We'll pay you a solid salary, guaranteed salary. You never have to worry about bills again. Just come work on Star Wars for us.
I could fix Star Wars. I might do it.
I hope
knock
that
on my door and be like, okay, but you got to let me fix it.
Well,
you got to let me make it good.
Well, maybe a good version, but the existing version, it's like I just had to be like, no, I'd rather work on Dreamkeepers and just struggle for everything we earn. But this is what I love to do. This is so cool. So
it is.
Guys,
it really is.
I really think
it's great being part of
this.
this. Like, thank you guys for letting me come along for the ride for this.
No, do you
last,
know
like,
how
what, 4 years now?
So much of the animation I've been doing, do you know how much less of it would be done if I had to be on top of all the customer service? So you've been freed of my time in a major way. Yeah, I would not be
zero.
Like,
that's how much.
Yeah, because we've always been doing as much as we possibly could, and up until now, that's been like comics, graphic novels, and in the past, you've seen me do a little animation. Like, there was like a 15-second Dreamkeepers commercial. But like the amount of animation we're pouring into Skirmish, if you add it all up, it's a lot more than 15 seconds, and we're just getting rolling. So we are firing on all cylinders. And again, I'm glad Launchpad is working. Thank you guys for supporting us on a totally new platform. And this is a really good first night. We are over a third. We're at 36% funded in one evening. So
it's actually really good.
5% goal on day one. From here, guys, is the gauntlet. But the gauntlet is totally beatable as long as you have perseverance, like I did last night when I crushed David.
Yeah, you keep bringing that up, but I mean, you didn't have both of your leaders alive. One of them was dead, so it's like a 50%.
Everybody's got to make a sacrifice. See, Scuttles was always his turn to die, but that's why I got somebody who always came back.
Yeah, that was a pretty good combo, like the Scuttles Tendril combo. Because Tendril, if you can just keep Scuttles out there soaking up damage like a sponge long enough for Tendril to come back.
Yeah, and get some. I mean, because some of his summons were like had 2-round freaking resurrects too, and you start to get too many of those on the board, and the other person's going to be in a lot of
canned.
Trouble. Like, dude, I felt like a bad A, man. I felt like an emperor of some kind, like, whoa, the Lord of Darkness. Whoa.
Ooh, we've got a good question in chat called how many days will this campaign be active, and is there an in demand later on? I would love to talk about that because I really like the branding with Launchpad. I'm just a geek. I think it's cute. So Launchpad, it's going to be, I believe, a 30-day campaign. And that does mean that we need to hit goal within 30 days, because if we don't hit goal in 30 days, that's basically an indicator that there's not enough support for this, and we're just going to have to refund the tiers and wind it down. But I'm pretty confident if we get out there and if we share it around with people, I think we're going to hit goal in 30 days. And if we do, once we hit goal, this is a nice thing about running our own crowdfunding platform, is we can really do whatever we want. Once we do hit goal, then the campaign will do what we call, it'll go in orbit. So when it's in orbit, you might not have all of the same options as during the launch period, but we can leave some options open for new people to still join when the campaign is in orbit. And so basically it'll be in orbit until we're ready to close that down and start pulling the trigger on delivering stuff. But I do believe one of the things that is only available during the launch window is those Sharpie commissions. So if you do want to get a Sharpie commission, and especially if you want to help us reach the goal to begin with, and also for stretch goals, if we hit stretch goals during the launch window, those are stretch goals that will happen. But once the campaign is in orbit, at that point, even if we hit a stretch goal later on, depending on because we're already in production, because things are closer to being launched or fulfilled, we can't necessarily guarantee that those stretch goals will be applied. If we can, we would love to, but we can't guarantee it. So basically the launch window is, here's what we know we can do for sure. If we hit goal,
we got to hit it during that 30 days.
Exactly.
That's our chance.
And then if there's stragglers that want to come in when the campaign is in orbit, it'll be because you guys backed it. If it's in orbit, they can come in when it is in orbit. However, we will be having the Sharpie. The Sharpie sketches are only during the launch window. Sharpie sketches will be gone when it's in orbit. So if you want Sharpie sketches, get them now, because once the campaign meets goal, once the campaign is in orbit, the Sharpie sketches are going to go away because I can only draw so much. I can't duplicate myself like Wisp. I've got limitations, human limitations.
In orbit. I like it. This is the first time hearing about this, but I actually
I get it, because it's launch pad. You're launching the rocket up, and then once it's up there, it's in orbit, and
it's powered by Apogee. I don't know. I like it. There's a whole space theme, space suite there.
Yeah, and it even matches up with the Tectonic branding, because we have the Vivid is this ship that's going through space and bringing you cool stuff. So, I know originally at the start of this year we were going to be focusing on actually Tectonic, which was going to be our little comedy animated show. But we realized we ran into some developers that could do exactly what we wanted on Skirmish. So that's why early in the year, we were like, you know what, we're going to pivot from a Tectonic focus this year. We're going to focus on Skirmish. And so that's where we're at now. But I don't know. I like the Launchpad branding. I like the in-orbit thing. It's just, it's aesthetic. It makes me think of space, and it's cool. I like how it ties together.
So where do you get to the campaign on your website?
I think we still have to put a button up there, honestly. Right now it's just the social media link that I put out on Twitter and stuff. But once the stream is over, I'll just I'll pop into the Dreamkeeper store, I'll pop onto the front page, and even on the games tab, I'll just redirect that button on the games tab to go to the Skirmish campaign.
Okay. I just remember you guys saying go to dreamkeepers.com and you can get to it from there.
Yeah, we'll put stuff up there. Unfortunately, there's not anything at the moment, but luckily the Skirmish online.
50, guys, 7250. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
And especially once the game is if we can get the campaign in orbit and then we get a demo out there and we can start getting new people playing the demo, maybe some streamers or something. At that point, the redirect will be handy because the streamers can just tell people, oh, if you're interested in this, you can jump in at skirmishonline.com, and there we go. Which I have heard it's not going to be a polished demo, but I've heard that we're pretty close to getting just a rudimentary demo with the old animation sets.
Kind of what we were shown in the preview.
Yeah, that level of the animation that you saw in the preview. I think for 2 characters, the developers are almost at the point where we'll have a demo, and that'll be nice because I'm looking forward to getting feedback on the interface with the players, because that's one of the elements that I really want to make sure we have a good iteration loop on, because you know, when you're sitting there and you know how everything works in your head, and you're like, oh yeah, well, people will just know how to play and they'll press this button. But when people that don't have that in their head hit it, sometimes you find out new stuff where there's like things that they're interpreting in a different way. So it's going to be really, really handy to get the game in your hands, let you play it. And then if you notice something where it's like, hey, this is a rough edge, it's kind of counterintuitive, or if there's a part of the interface that you really like, that'll help us like mold it in real time to make the game as awesome as it could possibly be. So, yeah, Liz?
How many characters per Sharpie sketch?
How many characters per Sharpie sketch?
How many characters on each Sharpie sketch?
For the Sharpie sketches, it's just a single character because we're really opening the floodgates. So I'm probably going to have a good number of Sharpie sketches. So Sharpie sketch is going to be a single character, and there is if you need to know more details on that, we did put some commission info in the policies tab. That's one of the other things I like about Launchpad is I like the little tabs, because before people would always say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I gotta scroll down 1,000,000 miles to find the stretch goals," and now it's like, "Oh, just hit the stretch goals tab, kaplow, stretch goals are right there." I like it.
That is nice. That is nice, especially on my big screen, so I can see them. Because I got old man.
Yeah,
eyes.
I do think the tab system is a lot better than just having one vertical stack, one column.
No, it's very nice to navigate around.
By the way, a lot of people are saying they don't know where the Sharpie sketches are. They're in the add-ons tab.
Yeah,
I know that's unusual if you've been to other crowdfunding sites and stuff, but that's where they're going to be for now.
yep. And if
So
you
tell
go
your
to the
friends.
add-ons tab, if you just click on that image, that should take you to the Sharpie sketch checkout. So if you've backed the campaign, go to add-ons, hit that picture, and you can pick up a Sharpie sketch or two. Or actually, I mean, I don't think we have it quantity limited. So if you want to get like a few Sharpie sketches, that is what they are there for. You can get a few Sharpie sketches.
So how are you guys going to do how are you going to make it so people can actually audition for the voice roles?
Oh yeah, Nero's asking that. And I'm
Man.
saying
We have a
Thank you
Rolodex
for
of talent that we usually choose from until we need something that Rolodex doesn't contain. And so if we need more voice talent to come in on the game and everything from people that we've kind of worked with before, we know they're good, because good help is hard to find. We'll probably put out a
absolutely.
casting call somewhere. I may use Casting Call Club. I don't know what I'll use, but we'll probably
does
put out a
Nero
casting call
Dragon
somewhere.
have access to these casting clubs, and is he in?
Everybody will have access to them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
if you
Okay.
want to try out for it, I mean, it's going to be me probably listening to a lot of them, so you better know what you're doing. But like, if you want to try out for them, anybody can upload a voice clip.
Oh, I like that. Well,
Cool.
with that said, you all, it's up on an hour and 45 minutes that we have been going. So, what is this? If you need a character that screams relentless, Jared is your man. Thank you. I actually see myself as one of the voices, but I don't know which one. I'm so like like the dark voices and awesome, but then I would also be an awesome hero, I'm sure. So I don't know. I got range.
Yeah, hopefully I won't have to voice all the male characters like I did in the trailer. we will probably enlist some other voice talent, so there's not just me.
yeah.
But yeah,
Hey.
we'll find somebody.
I can be your screamer.
Beautiful.
On that note, I'll be right back. I was taking a quick break.
Oh my gosh, he ditched us, Hazen, and I was
Screamed
about to
him
get
away.
us out of here. I'm
You
serious.
yelled him out of existence.
Should we end it while he's gone? No, we can't do that.
Stealth
Stop.
Stop assassinated.
Hazen. Stop. He'll come back and be like, "Hey man, what happened?"
Where'd everybody
Like-
go?
Boom. This is what I'm talking about, Hazen. So last I heard, bro, you were on one of those upper tiered pedestals that I'm gonna dethrone with my
Am I?
awesome skirmish.
Where is this?
I heard. Yeah, no, I heard you talking in one of the discords. You were like, "I'm a bad eye," and I'm like, "Oh, really?"
I don't
You
know.
haven't
I'm
seen
not
my
recalling
technique.
what this is about, but I'm not gonna
Skirmish,
say I
buddy.
didn't say that.
Skirmish, buddy. I'm gonna beat you at skirmish. I'm going to dethrone you.
Oh,
at
okay, yeah.
Skirmish. Yes.
I've not played Skirmish. I've not actually played
Oh,
a game of Skirmish. In
I
a
know
long
you
time.
guys all use that excuse because you're scared of me, and I'm cool with
A
that.
little bit, yeah.
I'm cool with that. But you know how it goes, Charlie. Taking you down. I'm sorry. You'll probably have a better looking character than me, but I gotta dethrone you too. So I'm sorry about that. Willie, I love you, bro, but you're going down too. So I'm sorry about that too, man. You know, anybody else who wants to jump on the bandwagon of getting dethroned by the master, just know the dark side's coming for you.
Oh yeah, you usually play nightmares. We'll have to do a coin toss to see like if
dude,
who you're gonna play.
I don't know if I could do very good with the heroes. I'd have to be all like chivalrous and have good epics and stuff. I don't know if I could.
Yeah, me too.
David,
yuck.
I like yuck is the response to that.
Yuck. I know, right? So, gentlemen, I think we're at a really good spot. We're sitting at, let's take a quick gander real fast. So we're sitting at 36.25% on your opening night.
Man, thank you. Thank you very much.
And then tell us where we can learn more about this and what your guys' plan is through the next few days so that people can be ready to help signal boost.
Basically, if you just go to the Dreamkeepers website, dreamkeeperscomic.com, you're going to be able to find some easy links to get to that campaign page. And yeah, if you're on social, in the future,
shortly,
like
not
tonight,
at the moment.
In the future, like as soon as they're off stream with me, I'll put them to work.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Like in an hour, maybe.
Get back to work.
Yeah, something
and
like
if
that.
If you're on social media, if you follow us on social media, you'll see that like all month we're going to be campaigning. We're going to be putting out reminders and sharing animation snippets. So if you can signal boost any of that, or if you even want to just if you know some people that are into gaming, video game, do you know anyone that likes video games? So I don't know, just let people know what's going on, spread the word a little bit. We're doing some really cool stuff. So I think a lot of people might get a kick out of it. And again, the only real resource that we have for this is whatever you guys bring into the table, because we've laid it out. We've got the animation, we've got the crowdfunding platform, but it is really down to the readers when this thing, in terms of what's going to happen, where's this going to go, that part is up to you.
Boom. Everybody's accepted my challenges. Just wanted everybody to know that. I don't know what this
Dominic
means,
says,
but I'm
before
sure
we
it's
end, what happened to that Dreamkeeper platformer game that Fry tested on Steam? I can talk about that a little bit. We did have a Dreamkeeper side-scroller platforming game that we were working on for a while, but unfortunately the developer on that one, he just sort of ghosted, stopped working on it. So I still have an intent to make that game and finish it because, I've got a lot in mind for that game. But right now, we just don't have a developer on that game, so it's just sort of in limbo. But Skirmish, we've got developers that are rocking it out for this one. So that is another thing that I'm kind of hoping, if we can successfully get Skirmish out there, that is one of the possibilities that I would love to get back on the table, is be okay, if we get Skirmish out there, successfully getting a game into Steam, well, now we've got a relationship with developers that are reliable, and maybe we can go ahead and resurrect the side scroller and do some more work on the Dreamkeeper side scroller game as well.
And no, I'm not doing any kind of screamer challenge. It's a skirmish challenge. Once we get this funded and it becomes a reality and I get a play, I'm going to be in the ranked challenges as probably one of the mower batter bad A's playing. That's all I was saying.
All right. But yeah, I guess that's basically it for now. So thank you everybody for helping get us over a third of the way on opening hours here. Really.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yes, and keep it rolling. Keep it going. We're going to have a good time skirmishing. I'm going to write me a song, a rap or something.
Please don't.
What?
Everyone, we're going to crowdfund a goal to prevent Jared from making raps.
What?
It's actually more of an extortion model. It's a new thing we're trying.
Whatever. I can come up with some great raps, but I'm not gonna tonight. I'm gonna say thank you, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for having a good time with us. Keep checking up. Dave and Hazen are going to keep you guys posted as things get better and better, as you guys get closer and closer to goals, as you guys get closer and closer to funded, because this thing is going to the stars. The Stellarverse is becoming a reality. I coined that here. Number one. Yeah, thank you. And then, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, David. Thank you, Hazen. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. This is really awesome. I love what you guys are doing. And
Sweet.
Can we roll that awesome animation clip one more time, Fry, if you would be so kind, Fry, while you're back there?
Doochie, 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 doochie.
Nowhere to run, kid. Just me and you.
Pick on some on your own side. Eat this!
What is a poet without an ear?
Take this!
Dead meat. Yo, B, need a hand?
Grow up, shortcake.
Watch out! I got your back!
Witness the power of the Underlord!
I'll take the big
You
one.
gotta be kidding me.
Once you learn how to use it, it takes care of you.
You're mine, pretty boy. Bruna is our home. No one is taking that away.
I love that idea, Dominic. That is freaking sick, bro. Like, seriously.
That is cute. I like the idea that, like, once it gets funded, there's like a little.
Yeah, the rocket takes off from launch pad. That would be sick. Could it land itself? Huh?
I don't know. We'll talk to Elon and see what he can put together for us.
Yeah.
Oh, forget Elon, man. Well, actually, don't forget Elon. His Starlink kicks butt. So,
Elon,
Thank you.
owner of X.com.
all right. So I was just thinking to myself, this went really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the fact that we're over a third of the way to goal in the opening hours. That's great. And we're over a third of the way to goal on a completely new crowdfunding platform that we made. So damn, I'm glad that it worked. I'm glad that it did not just explode. We got something that's rolling here. That's good.
Is this true?
Is what true?
Crypto Comics says, why does Jared always take a cool idea and add more work? That's messed up, dude. Like, is that true, guys?
Is it more work or is it more fun?
Oh, it's the Jared way. No, it's true. It's true. Thank you, everybody. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Sweet. So I guess is this mission accomplished? Are we ending the stream now?
As soon as Fry wants to end it, but he's on this timer of his where he thinks he's got control over our lives right now, and he's just
Puppet Master Fry.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Fry, how's it going?
So I just want to apologize for Jared talking so much. You know what I mean? He's good at it, though. He's good at it.
It's okay.
But yeah. Congratulations, though, guys. I'm gonna end the stream, but really, congratulations. This is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for helping get all the stuff under the hood actually working, because otherwise none of this would be possible.
Oh, there's a whole development team for that, man. I've just been making badges and correlating messages.
Okay.
All right. See you, everybody.
Later.